WABC-TV, New York.
Farrah Fawcett-like about Ryan O'Neal.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time anywhere, the Square It. From their hit movie, Dishonorably, the Bad Boys. From Hollywood Squares, Jim J. Bullock and the Lady of Manners, Martha Stewart. From country music stardom, Roy Buck. From Slim Cook and Richard Simmons. From One Life to Live, Andrea Evans. From the worlds of show business and sports, Kathy Lee and Frank Gifford. And me, I'm Shadow Stevens. We are the New York Hollywood Square. And here's your host, John Nevington.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the New Hollywood Squares. Hello, Radio City Music Hall. Weren't they adorable and talented? You just met the Ella Marie School of Dance starlets from Long Island. Thank you, girls. Well, let's meet our contestants. On my left, please welcome Lynn Protinsky. Welcome, Lynn. Hi. Tell the stars all about yourself. What do you do?
Well, I'm from Union, New Jersey. And I'm in visual merchandising, which means I do store display for a major department store.
Well, good luck on the show, Lynn. We hope you do well. On my right, Frasier Harden. Welcome, Mr. Harden. Tell the stars all about yourself.
I've been in New York 6 years, originally from Macon, Mississippi. And I have a beautiful wife, Annie, and a daughter, Abigail.
Yeah. Well, good luck on the show, Fraser. Here's how you do well. You win tic-tac-toe. 3 squares in a row, across, down, and diagonally. Requires as many squares as you can. Whenever you can, we'll receive $500 in New York cash. And whoever has the most money at the end of the show will have a chance to drive away a beautiful Jeep. Aren't they nice? We gave away one yesterday. We flipped a bagel backstage, and Fraser, you won. Pick a square. Let's get started.
Okay, Lynn Redgrave.
Oh, Lynn Redgrave. Hi, Lynn.
I was so impressed with those girls dancing because I did every step wrong, and my 2 girls next to me just kept going. And everything I did to mess them up, they wouldn't get messed up. They wanted.
Good for them.
Personal testimony. Yeah. Lynn, earlier we saw, of course, those very talented young ladies. They're called the Squareettes. I don't know whether you knew what they were called.
They were indeed.
Yes, you know, Radio City Music Hall is better known for the famous Rockettes. Your question is this. Which came first? Radio City Music Hall or the Rockettes?
I have a feeling that's some sort of a trick question, but I don't know for sure, but I just suspect that Radio City Music Hall existed first. That is my feeling. And then they got Rockettes to go into it.
Fazer, what do you think?
I disagree.
All right, for the correct answer, we have a real expert on the subject because she's the director of this terrific dance troupe and a former Rockette herself, Ella Marie Colombo. Hi, Ella Marie. The question was, which came first, the Rockettes or Radio City? Lynn said Radio City. Our Fazer here, our ex, disagreed. What is the answer?
I would disagree with Lynn. The Rockettes came first. They started in St. Louis in 1925.
That is exactly right. X gets a square. They originated in St. Louis. Radio City Music Hall came in 32. Lynn, over to you. Pick a square.
Jim J. and Martha.
Jim J. and Martha Stewart. Because you have the honor of sharing the square with America's most noted etiquette expert, we have an etiquette question for you. But first, we'd like you to enjoy some of that spaghetti. Do you have spaghetti up there?
It's delicious.
Go right ahead and eat some spaghetti, Jim, and then bon appetit. I'll ask you a question after that. Jim, is it proper to answer a question on Hollywood Squares with your mouth full? Is it proper to cut your spaghetti?
Definitely not.
You're saying it is not proper. No. Lynn, what do you think?
I agree.
She agrees. Marjabelle Stewart, etiquette expert. Is it proper to cut your spaghetti?
No, it is not proper to cut your spaghetti nor to do what he's doing.
That's exactly right. Circle gets the square. Thank you. Fraser, take a square.
Joan Rivers, please.
Joan Rivers, our center square. Joan, you were the only celebrity who really had the dance step right. You really did that with the girls?
Damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get into things.
We're going to be seeing you live at Caesar's Palace in Lake Tahoe, November 26th through the 28th. Are you going to dance in your show there?
I always dance in my show. That's how we get them out.
Here's a question for you. In Shakespeare's great tragedy, Julius Caesar, who did Caesar describe as having a lean and hungry look?
Cassus.
Cassus. Fraser.
I agree.
How did you know
Because
that?
Roddy McDowell played in the movie. He's my best friend.
X gets a square. Joan Rivers knows it all. Lynn, pick a square.
The Fat Boys
The
block.
Fat Boys, the hit record boys.
About time.
Hi, guys. Guys,
Over here.
now you're from New York City, are you? All three of you?
Brooklyn.
Okay, Brooklyn. Guys, New York City is made up of 5 boroughs: Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, and...
Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's not your question. Question has to do with which is the largest.
Brooklyn.
Which is the largest in size.
Our block.
Your block is the largest. You're saying Brooklyn is the largest. This would be for the block. Lynn, what do you think?
I agree.
No, Queens. Queens is the largest. Can't put an X there, got to inch yourself. Fraser, pick a square.
Fat Boys.
The Fat Boys. Guys, we're back to you. Look at your video monitor there. We have on your monitor there, you'll see a shot of New York. It's a real close look at a famous New York landmark. And I mean, it's real close.
I can't see it real good.
Now, one of you will particularly appreciate this because here's your question. What are we looking at? Audience, please be quiet. No help.
It's like a piece of bread in a microwave oven. I don't know. It looks like a ticket window at Radio City Music Hall.
Looks like what?
The ticket window at Radio City Music Hall.
Ticket window at Radio City Music Hall. Fraser, this would be for the win. What do you think?
I disagree.
It's a window of the famous Horn and Hardart automat. X gets the square. $500. There it is. All of Horn and Hardart has kept us all the starving actors we used to eat there. Secret Square Game is next. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Let's hear it for Radio City Music Hall. Take a moment at the beginning of this segment to thank the Lowe's Summit Hotel and Sharon Solomon there, their public relations person, being so nice to us. We don't have a deal with them. We pay for our own rooms there. We just wanted to say thank you from Hollywood Squares to the Lowe's Summit. It's a very fine hotel. Thank you. Well, Secret Square Game is next, and the player who chooses that square could win this shadow.
It's a trip to Napa Valley, California, John. We'll fly you and a companion from New York to California. And you'll enjoy 6 nights and 7 days at the Embassy Suites Hotel with complimentary breakfast, 2 pools, sauna and spa. Your 2-room suite comes with microwave, kitchenette, color TV, and more, furnished by Embassy Suites Hotel.
Let's reveal our secret square to our home audience only. Lynn, you have to catch up here. Pick a square. You're 500 down.
Shadow Stevens.
Shadow the Stevens. Oh!
Hey. All right.
Shadow is our secret square. Did you hear that?
No.
Shadow, this is for that trip you just told us about to Napa Valley, California. The New York Yankees, Shadow, have certainly had more than their share of legendary players. But which Yankee Hall of Famer wore the number 5? Was it Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, or Lou Gehrig? Shadow, no help from our audience, please. This is for that trip to Napa Valley, California. Beautiful spots. Shadow, you want the three names again?
John, I'm glad you asked me that question, because I believe that was Babe Ruth.
Lynn, he says Babe Ruth trip to Napa Valley, California. What do you think?
I agree.
No.
Sorry, Lynn.
Joe DiMaggio. We'll put an X there. We're not going to Napa Valley today. Phaser, pick a square.
Kathy Lee and Frank, please.
Kathy Lee and Frank Gifford. Frank, you're so good on ABC Sports. And Kathy Lee, you are the best with Regis Philbin here on the morning show. Congratulations on such a successful show. You all would never go into a court of law, I'm sure, to battle each other, but here's a question about that.
What? Can't afford to half his half one more time again.
In a court of law, can a wife testify against her husband?
Absolutely not.
Cannot. Phaser? He says she cannot. Absolutely. He's very strong about that, like he is on ABC Sports.
I disagree.
Good for you. Yes, she can. She can't be forced to testify, but she can. Lynn, over to you.
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Joan, take a look at the monitor there, and let's see the 3 aluminum sculptures that are in Radio City Music Hall. That's Eve by Gwen Lux. You can tell it's Eve because she's not wearing any clothes. Next one is called Dancing Girl by William Zorak. These are in the lobby of the Radio City Music. Now, this one is done by Robert Crane. Is that last one called Muse of the Arts, Innocence, or Girl with Goose?
Now, you're not going to believe this. I was a guide at Radio City Music Hall between sophomore and junior years in college. Yes, I can take you all around, show you everything. So I know the answer to this one. That is Girl with a Goose.
Girl with a Goose?
I'm telling you, we showed it in the tour.
Lynn, this is before the block. What do you think?
I agree.
Girl with a Goose. Circle gets a square. Phaser, pick a square.
Jim J. and Marjabelle.
Jim Jackson Bullock and Marjabelle Stewart. We're back. Gang, in a very famous film, the heroine receives this bit of etiquette advice. Speaking of etiquette, you can't show your bosom before 3 o'clock. What film is that from?
The Big Chill. Isn't that funny?
That's great.
I love you. Anyway.
What film is that from? You can't show your bosom before 3 o'clock.
Look how much bigger you look than me.
Do I really? Cat on a hot tin roof.
Cat on a hot tin roof. Phaser?
I agree.
Gone with the Wind. Talking about Vivian Lee. Lynn, pick a square.
Roy Clark.
Roy Clark is here. Hi, Roy.
Hello there, John.
Howdy, buckaroo.
Yeah, boy.
What nickname did Abraham Lincoln hate?
The worst of all was Bubba. He didn't like to be called Bubba.
I bet, yeah.
No, the one, though, that he really didn't like was Honest Abe.
This will be for the win, Lynn. He says he didn't like the one we might know him best as, Abe. What do you think?
I agree.
That's it. $500. Circle with the square. Abe. He didn't like that. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Hollywood Squares at Radio City Music Hall.
Air transportation to New York for some Hollywood Squares cast and crew, furnished by Delta Airlines. Serving 3 New York airports with non-stop and connecting flights at Delta. We love to fly, and it shows.
Welcome back. In case we don't get to complete this last game, The Sound of the Horn. We'll finish that question each. X and O will be worth $200. We have a tie. Phaser, let's solve it right here.
Roy Clark.
Roy Clark down in the bottom corner. Roy, who recently stepped aside as the #1 man in communist China? Was it Ding, Dong, or Dung?
That sounds like hee-haw. Well, I think Ding has never been in. Dong is not his turn yet, so it was Dung.
Phaser, he says Dung.
I disagree.
It was Dung Xiaoping. Sounds like silverware dropping. Circle gets a square. Lynn, pick a square.
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Joan, the U.S. Post Office just introduced a new service from the post office. Now, to use it, you dial 1-800-STAMP-24. What kind of a service is that?
That's to tell you the exact minute your package was lost. It's terrific. They do what?
You dial 1-800-STAMP-24, and the post office provides a service when you do that.
It tells you the amount of postage that you need on whatever you need to know about.
Lynn, what do you think?
I disagree.
Good. You can order stamps by phone. At last, we found something you don't know. Over to you, Frasier, pick a square. Jim, Jay, and Marjabelle. Gang, according to the World Book Encyclopedia, in grammar, what is the main difference between a proper noun, as Lynn Redgrave would say, and a common noun?
Well, proper nouns are for big objects, and common nouns are for little people's names. I don't know, John. I don't know.
You have to know. You have to know.
Oh, I just said people's names. Now, you're going to have to take that and run with it, boy.
People's names, Frasier?
I disagree.
I have proper nouns are always capitalized. He disagreed. X gets the square. You've got the block. Lynn Protensky. Pick a square, Lynn.
Richard Simmons?
Richard Simmons. Oh, no! Here's the question. It's called, in the Orient, meat without bones. What do we know it as?
Well, you know, if you take protein, that's meat, and if you take the bone away, it would mean something that grew. And the Orientals and everybody eat a lot of soybeans, so it would be soybeans because it's protein, it's meat without bones. Meat
Lynn,
without bones.
He talks a lot, but he also has a cooking show. What do you think?
I agree.
That's it. Soybeans. Circle gets a square. Frasier, pick a square.
Andrea Evans.
Andrea Evans from One Life to Live, and there's our horn. Now, this will be our last question, Andrea. I'm just glad that your dress stayed up for the whole show here. It's still up in it there.
Me too. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Here's a question. What do we call the art of talking without using words?
Well, John, I've always called it petting.
Oh, no, you got Shadow Stevens excited. Talking without using words.
Sign language.
Sign language. Frasier, this could be for the block. What do you think?
I agree.
No. Mime. That's called mime. Can't put a circle there. And we can't do anymore. We're out of time. Time to add up our score. I see by the old tote board that Lynn Protensky is our new champion. You won with $1,100. Frasier, you didn't do so bad. You won $900, and we thank you. How about a nice hand for Frasier Harden? Thanks for being on our show. Lynn, I have a bowl here somewhere.
I have a bowl.
Yeah, I have a bowl. It has 5 keys in it. One of these keys will start one of those Jeeps. We gave one away yesterday. Pick a key. Aha. Oh, that one. Oh, I don't know which one it is. Which car would you like to try that key in? Will it start the Wrangler Sahara? What about the Cherokee Limited? What about the Grand Wagoneer? Or the Wagoneer Limited? What about the Wrangler? Lynn.
Wrangler Sahara.
The Wrangler Sahara, Lynn, and our good luck celebrities. We'll be right back. Thank you, Radio City Music Hall. And Lynn has chosen Andrea Evans and Roy Clark as their good luck celebrities and this beautiful Wrangler Sahara. Shadow, tell us about the car.
The Wrangler continues the tradition that made the Jeep a legend. With open-air or closed model and room for 4, the Wrangler offers personal control, comfort, and the flexibility to enjoy both on- and off-road driving, furnished by Jeep Corporation.
Wrangler Sahara is worth $16,557. Good luck. Let's help you out. On the count of 3, turn the key. Audience and stars, help her out. 1, 2, 3. You didn't win the car, but we have something something very nice for you. Shadow, tell us about it.
Well, Sound Design stereo component system featuring turntable receiver, triple cassette deck, graphic equalizer, and wide range speakers furnished by Sound Design.
Thank you, Shadow, and thank you all for being with us. Thank you to the Squarettes. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace from Radio City Music Hall.
Some of our recording contestants will receive the following. Gitano is always on the cutting edge of fashion and design, offering up to the minute styling and exceptional quality. Gitano and Glade 2, the long-lasting air freshener that brings outdoor freshness indoors. Glade 2. And you'll find this sturdy 13-piece socket set and this 5-piece combination wrench set and other great gifts for Dad at your participating Napa stores. And Vaseline Intensive Care Moisturizing Foam Bath. After you bathe, the softness lingers.
Tonight on Live at 5, Larry Bird's Achilles ankle. How badly is it injured? And how long will it put the Celtics' top gun out of commission? Some answers on Live at 5, following the Newlywed Game next.